Hello, welcome to another generic commentary channel. Politicians and corruption usually go hand in hand, but you may think that leaders of smaller, lower municipalities will be less prone to the siren calls of money and power. Today, we're heading over to the small town of Dalton, Illinois, which isn't really a small town, just a suburb of Chicago. The mayor of this town is Tiffany Henyard, who has recently garnered a lot of national attention and scrutiny, mainly due to this clip, which I'll address first.
False narratives out there, and y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. All the stuff that y'all did to get people to come to our community, to just diss and down our community. Shame on y'all. Because when I want to attack and take any of y'all seats, I run. I run for the seat. I don't do smear campaigns. I don't do all this mess.
Now, let's address the obvious. She seems to think that because she's black people shouldn't be able to criticize her, and that she can do no wrong. And she does appear to be quite angry and is shaming some people. It seems to be the town trustees, but maybe she does have a proper reason to be angry at them for baseless criticisms. Well, let's find out exactly what the criticisms are, and if the town trustees do have a valid reason to be attacking a black woman in power.
Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet. The mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing, that only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work, no work.
Tiffany Henyard considers herself something of a crusader, but one who's clearly annoyed by questions from a rebellious group of Dalton trustees who are in a standoff with her over spending.
At the end of the day, vendors are not being paid. Board approved it. Vendors are not being paid.
How about you be a good leader, bring RFPs to the forefront, so not just her, but the residents and everybody else in America know how the money is spent.
First of all, I want to address her misplaced concept of what being a leader means. She seems to think that being a leader means she can do whatever she wants without question, yell at other people, mistreat other people, and abuse her position of power because she is the leader. She shames the board of trustees for not working, but that is their role in the government. They watch over it and have the best interests of the town at heart. Because they are not working for the town, they are simply longtime residents, deeply invested in the quality of life that Dalton has to offer. Side note on the vendors going unpaid thing, because I'm not sure when it will be addressed, but this small town of again 20,000 people has somehow racked up $7 million in debt.
And on the Thornton Township Board, where she's the supervisor, township credit card records show Henyard and other officials spent more than $67,000 on trips to Portland, Austin, Atlanta, and New York City. Many of the flights were first class. So were the accommodations. In Atlanta, Henyard and her team stayed at the Four Seasons Hotel, costing taxpayers more than $9,000. In New York, the bill came to $13,000.
I'm going to stop it there because I don't really even know how that's possible. Now, granted, I don't travel much, but even if she stayed at that hotel for 2 weeks, that's nearly $1,000 a day. So I'm a little unclear as to what she actually spent the money on, and if that includes specialty add-ons like room service and dinner and stuff like that at the hotel. But maybe some other people can help fill me in as to how you can rack up a hotel bill well over $10,000. Also, it was a little brief there, but the news station mentioned that she serves 2 positions, both as the mayor and a town supervisor. Through her combined salaries with these 2 positions, she takes home around $300,000 per year in personal income. That is, of course, on top of the $67,000 in travel expenses, among other things that you will see.
Everything we do for the people. But we under attack. We getting scrutinized in the media. For what? Loving on the people? Showing them that they matter to us? We going through the fires for y'all.
I'm not sure how spending tens of thousands of dollars on trips around the country is helping the residents of a small town in Illinois.
Dalton's difficulties got worse in recent weeks with water main breaks, Henyard blames on trustee budget cuts. Then 4 people were shot and injured last week, leaving nerves frayed and Henyard's opponents pointing out her sizable security detail.
It's unfortunate that politics are being played, but what has happened is $1 million out of my budget has been cut because of politics.
So as you can see, basic public interest like water and the police force are being cut away to add to her lifestyle.
Residents are taking notice. Some spoke for and others against the mayor.
Well, you know, we got the mayor here, meeting with the president of the United States. Everyone's seen the picture. That's a big deal. That is great promotion for this city, for this town.
Okay, that guy must be the biggest kiss ass I've ever seen. He goes to the meeting to defend the mayor, and the best that he can do is say that she took a picture with the president when it's obvious the president didn't even know she was there. I'm not sure how that promotes the town at all, but okay. Here's another look at how she spends the public funds and has driven this town deep into debt.
In South Suburban Dalton, the economic challenges run deep.
We still have areas that need trees cut, streets paved, alleys paved, sidewalks fixed. It's a lot of that going on.
And a lot that's being spent, not on critical repairs, but on travel, meals, and more by many top village officials.
It's an issue. It's been an issue for some time.
We just look up and we're paying for stuff. And it just makes no sense. She's just...
In addition to leading Dalton, she also serves as supervisor of Thornton Township.
You make almost $300,000 between the two elected positions.
I don't know, we got that number.
We got it from her own village and township records.
These are tax dollars.
So is the money being spent on village credit cards. WGN Investigates obtained copies of statements that reveal village officials have spent more than $24,000 at restaurants in just 1 year, including this Midlothian barbecue joint and a South Holland sub shop.
So if you were paying extra good attention, you may have noticed that she spends what the typical resident makes in a year entirely on eating out in 1 year.
Other questionable expenses include the streaming service Hulu, flights to Texas, Alabama, and Missouri, and hotel rooms in nearby suburbs, including Madison and Elk Grove Village, plus thousands of dollars spent at a hotel in downstate Pontiac. And then there are the trips to Las Vegas. Mayor Henyard and other top officials traveled to Sin City in May to attend a shopping center conference. It's unclear if it helped Dalton land any deals.
Don't have a clue. We're all in the dark. Not only are the residents in the dark, but the trustees are also in the dark as well.
I do not handle anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting, I do not handle it.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas? What is that? You don't know if you were in Las Vegas?
Of course I do.
Oh, that one was really funny. You could tell she wanted to just lie about it first, but then she probably recognized how easy it would be to prove if she were actually in Las Vegas or not. So then she wiggled on it a little bit and then just said no comment. It really doesn't get any more self-explanatory than that. So there is just a scraping of ice off of the tip of the iceberg of an extraordinarily corrupt local politician. Unfortunately for the local residents, Tiffany Henyard still has about 1 year left on her term. There have been calls and petitions for her resignation for over a year now, but I doubt with her amount of pride that would ever happen. Plus, she'll likely never have a job as a public official again, so she might as well try to squeeze all of the money out of the city she can. So, that's all I have for you.